You felt something wasn't right. You couldn't always explain it, but deep inside, you knew a shift had happened. People changed, emotions grew heavy, doors that were opening suddenly closed. And no matter how much you prayed, it seemed like something invisible kept pushing back. That's because something was happening beyond what your eyes could see. But I saw it all. I saw the words she whispered, the intentions she hid behind smiles, the darkness she invited into what I was building in you. She turned to things that are not from me, trying to block what I've ordained for your life. But you need to know this. Right now, I am not silent and I am not still. I'm stepping in. I never gave her the authority she tried to take. She looked for power in dark places because she couldn't control the light I placed in you. What you carry, what you are becoming, what I've written over your destiny, it threatened the very grip she tried to maintain over your life. But even before her schemes began, I had already drawn the line. She moved in secret, but my angels stood guard. She tried to bind what I've set free, but her words hold no weight in my court. The enemy may have used her, but he will not win, because you belong to me. You've been carrying burdens that weren't yours. Emotional fog, exhaustion, and fear that seemed to come from nowhere. That wasn't just life. That was spiritual warfare. You weren't being paranoid, you were being attacked. But even in the middle of it, I never let go of you. I covered you. I shielded what mattered most. And now, I'm not just guarding you. I'm breaking everything she spoke. Reversed every ritual she performed and canceling every curse sent your way. Today, I'm speaking freedom over you. I'm lifting off what you could never explain but always felt. This is more than just protection. This is deliverance. This is me standing between you and every dark force that tried to touch what I've called holy. You are not cursed. You are not blocked. You are not defeated. You are rising. You are moving forward. You are stepping into a space of clarity, peace, and divine restoration. What tried to delay you will now become the reason for your acceleration. So breathe. Let go of the fear. Let go of the confusion. I'm not just watching. I'm acting. I'm reversing. I'm healing. I'm breaking what was sent against you, and I'm declaring once more, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are mine, and nothing can snatch you from my hand. What was done in the dark is now being undone in the light of my power. Keep your heart open, keep your faith strong. I am not finished with you. I'm just beginning. I saw what she did in secret, before you even knew harm was near. Long before the effects touched your mind, your body, your peace. I was already watching. I heard every word spoken in silence, saw every ritual made in darkness, and knew every intention hidden behind the smile. Nothing that was done escaped me. While she planned ways to delay you, confuse you, and even control you, I had already placed my protection around your life. You thought it was just a hard season, but there was more happening beneath the surface. There were hands trying to twist what I had set straight, but I did not allow them to succeed. You may have asked yourself why things shifted so suddenly, why relationships felt strained, why you couldn't rest, why your thoughts weren't clear. That wasn't just your imagination. The darkness she invited into your atmosphere was meant to cause confusion, heaviness, and distance from me. But I want you to understand, her power was never greater than my presence. The darkness may have moved, but I never stepped away. Even in the moment you felt most overwhelmed, I was closer than your breath. I let certain things be revealed to you, not to scare you, but to teach you to depend on me more than ever. What was meant to go unnoticed, I exposed. I gave you subtle nudges. I placed warnings in your spirit. That inner discomfort, that was me whispering that something wasn't right. Even though you couldn't see the full picture, I was training your spirit to hear me more clearly. I let her try, because I knew her actions would not break you. They would wake you. She thought she had hidden her intentions well, but I uncovered them for your sake, not to shame her, but to protect you. She used what she could, but she never had permission. She called on what she did not understand, and now, what was hidden is being broken. What she did in darkness, I am reversing in light. Not one curse will stick. Not one word will stand. I've surrounded you with fire she cannot cross. I've sealed your spirit with peace she cannot touch. The harm that was meant for you will return, empty. You will not fall. You will not be swallowed by what she released. You are mine, and because you are mine, every plan formed against you will collapse. Every false word will be silenced. Every weapon of fear will be shattered. You will stand, not because you fought alone, but because I fought for you. This is my battle, and I've already seen the end. Her plan failed the moment I spoke protection over your name. Keep standing, keep trusting. I saw it all, and I have already undone what was meant to harm you. You felt the weight of it, even when you couldn't name it. There were moments when the heaviness in your chest felt unbearable. Times when your mind spun with confusion, fear, or anxiety for no clear reason. You wondered if you were just tired, too emotional, or simply overthinking. But something deeper was happening. What you couldn't see with your eyes, your spirit still sensed. That invisible pressure, the feeling of being blocked, slowed down, or emotionally drained. It was real, and I want you to know now it wasn't just your imagination. The weight you carried came from an unseen battle, and I never left you alone in it. Even though you didn't understand what was happening, I was with you through every sleepless night, every overwhelming moment, and every tear you cried when you felt alone. I watched over your soul when it was under pressure from forces you didn't invite or deserve. The darkness she tried to release against your life came not only to delay you, but to confuse your identity and weaken your connection with me. But even when you couldn't explain what you felt, you kept seeking me, and I honor that. You didn't stop praying. You didn't stop believing, and that's why you're still standing. There are moments when spiritual attacks show up in subtle ways. Strained relationships, inner chaos, sudden fears, or even physical weariness that doctors can't explain. These aren't always just natural. They are signs of something deeper trying to press against your calling. But you must know, I always give you discernment even before understanding. I placed sensitivity in your spirit so you would know when something was wrong. What she tried to release into your space was meant to cloud your vision and make you question what I've promised. But I am here now to remind you. My voice will always be louder than confusion, and my truth will always rise above every lie sent your way. You may have felt overwhelmed, but you were never overpowered. Even when you didn't know where the heaviness was coming from, I was already lifting it from your shoulders. There were times when your spirit cried out in silence, and I answered without delay. I sent you peace in the middle of her storm. I covered your heart from the full impact of what was meant to break you. And I made sure that no spiritual weapon against you would succeed. Now I am removing the residue. The tiredness that lingered, the tension that lived in your body, the questions that kept you in doubt. I am lifting it all, layer by layer. I am clearing the fog and restoring your mind with clarity and strength. You are not weak. You've been under attack, but now you are rising again, because I've declared that this season of pressure will not continue. You are walking forward, lighter, stronger, and covered. What you could not name, I have already broken. What you carried, I have already lifted. Keep moving. I am leading you out. Her power is not greater than my authority. What she called upon, what she whispered in shadows, what she released with bitter intention, I watched it all, and I did not flinch. There is no spell, no curse, no dark force that can override what I have already spoken over you. The moment she reached into darkness for control, she entered territory that is powerless before me. I hold all things together. I command the heavens and the earth. And though she believed her words would hold power over your life, I have shattered every one of them. She may have spoken with boldness, but it was not my voice. She may have claimed influence, but it was not my authority. No matter how strong her efforts appeared, they collapsed the moment they tried to rise against what I have made holy. You see, my authority is not just distant, it's living within you. My spirit rests upon you, surrounds you, and goes before you. There is no darkness deep enough, no scheme twisted enough, that can overpower the fire I've placed in your soul. She might have thought you were alone, unguarded, vulnerable, but I never stepped away. You felt the pull, the tension, the strange delays and resistance, and that was real. The darkness she stirred up came with an assignment: to entangle your spirit, to make you question your purpose, to block doors I had already opened for you. But I do not allow confusion to reign where my light dwells. The delay she caused will be reversed. The door she tried to shut will swing open with greater force. I'm not just restoring what she touched, I'm increasing it. What she tried to suppress, I am now releasing with power. I want you to know something deeper. I allowed the enemy to try because I knew he would fail. What was meant to be your downfall has become your proving ground. You are stronger now, not because of the pain, but because of my hand that held you through it. Her attempt to curse you has only brought you closer to me. And what she used to try to control you will now be your testimony of freedom. Do not fear her. Do not dwell on what she did. Do not give her name or her actions more power than they ever had. You are not under her influence. You are under my protection. Her power is broken. Her reach is cut off. Her words are falling empty to the ground. But my word over you stands. You are covered in grace, sealed with peace, and surrounded by angels that war for your life. You walk in victory, not because you escaped the battle, but because I fought it for you. So walk forward with boldness. Lift your head. The shadow she cast is gone. What she tried to bind has been set free. You are mine. And no power, no person, no darkness will change that. I have the final word, and that word is freedom. I am cleansing you from every spiritual residue. You've carried things that didn't start with you, feelings, thoughts, heaviness, that seem to appear without reason. That's because when you walk through a spiritual attack, the effects linger. Even after the battle ends, the weight tries to stay. The enemy wants you to keep believing the lie that something is still wrong, that something is still holding you back. But I am telling you now, I'm not just breaking the source of the attack, I'm purging every trace it left behind. Every layer of fear that tried to settle in your heart, I am removing it. Every anxious thought that crept in when you didn't know what was happening, I am silencing it. Every emotional weight that slowed you down and made it hard to hope again, I'm lifting it. You do not belong to confusion, you do not belong to fear, and you do not belong to the shadow she tried to cast over you. I am cleansing your spirit with my peace, and I am refreshing your mind with truth that will not fade. I've seen how you've questioned yourself, how you've asked if you were the problem, if you were weak, if you failed somehow. You didn't fail, you were under fire, and still you stood, still you kept calling on me. That's why I am responding, not with judgment, but with healing. You don't need to live in survival mode anymore. I'm bringing you out of that mindset. You're not fighting for your life, you're walking in your restoration. The fight is over. Now comes the release. There are moments when people carry the smoke of a fire long after it's been put out. But I refuse to let you carry spiritual smoke. I'm clearing the atmosphere around your heart, your mind, your emotions, that fog that made you feel like something was always off. It's leaving. The tension that sat in your body, the tiredness you couldn't explain, it's breaking. I'm not just touching your spirit, I'm healing your mind, your energy, your rest, your peace. I am making all things new. And more than that, I'm increasing your discernment. What was sent to harm you is becoming your training ground. Now, you'll recognize the signs of spiritual attack faster. You'll be more sensitive to what belongs in your space and what doesn't. You'll have sharper awareness and deeper strength, not because you searched for it, but because I am giving it to you. This is not just a recovery, it's a spiritual upgrade. So release what I'm removing. Don't hold on to the feelings that no longer belong to you. Don't rehearse the pain that I've already healed. I am making space inside you for joy again, peace again, and clarity again. What touched you for a season will not define you for a lifetime. I am cleansing you, restoring you, and preparing you for what comes next. The residue is gone, the heaviness is lifting, you are free. I want you to hear me clearly now. Everything that was done in darkness has already been exposed in my light. Every curse spoken over you, every plan that was crafted to break your spirit, every silent attack against your peace, I have not only seen it, I have destroyed its power. You are no longer under the weight of what she tried to send into your life. What she released was temporary, but what I have declared over you is eternal. You are not marked by fear, but by my favor. You are not chained by confusion, but surrounded by my clarity. And you are not walking in the shadow of what she did. You are walking in the light of what I am doing now. You have been through battles that no one else could see. You have felt heaviness without understanding why, and you have questioned your strength in the midst of the storm. But you never gave up on me. Even when you were weary, you still whispered my name. Even when you were unsure, you still chose to trust. And now, I am honoring your endurance with my breakthrough. You may not have understood it at the time, but every moment you chose to hold on was a seed planted, and now the harvest of freedom is coming into full bloom. I am not just ending the assignment of the enemy. I am giving you wisdom and spiritual vision for the future. You will recognize the signs next time. You will sense when something is not right, and you will stand with confidence, not fear. You won't question your worth anymore. You won't be afraid of sudden darkness. You'll walk with the assurance that no force of evil can override my hand on your life. I'm not just protecting you, I'm empowering you. From this day forward, you are moving differently. You're not carrying the wounds of what was done, You're carrying the strength of what I've healed. You're not walking in confusion, you're walking in revelation. And you're not hiding in fear, you're rising in boldness covered by my truth. What tried to delay you will now be your testimony. What tried to silence you will now be your message. And what tried to curse you has now become the very proof of my power in your life. So walk with your head held high, speak with confidence, rest with peace. You are safe now, you are healed now, you are free now. Nothing the enemy tried has power anymore. I have reversed every curse, broken every chain, and restored everything that was touched by darkness. And I will continue to surround you, guide you, and fight for you. Stay close to me. Listen for my voice. Trust my hand. The battle is over and victory is yours.